Welcome everyone to Anime Aftershows, the show will... And of course I get called right now. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, let's try this again. Welcome everyone to Anime Aftershows, where apparently I get called in while I'm doing a live show. I'm your host, Nanohero, and here we do high quality aftershows of your favorite anime. Today we're going to be talking about Healin'Good PreCure episode 20, I believe, and joining like me always is my great co-host, Adam from Azenzone. How you doing, man?
Good.
Did you switch cameras or something?
Yeah. My laptop just kind of decided to die on me a little bit, so now I'm just switching over to my phone.
Okay.
Maybe in the middle of this, I'll switch back to my laptop. Just doing troubleshooting right now, but we'll just have to go with this for now.
Okay. Okay. So how you doing, man?
Doing good.
Watch anything new lately?
Watch anything new?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the season, I've been not much. Just like maybe I've been watching on Netflix. Oh yeah, right now on Netflix I'm watching season 2 of what's it called? Glitch Tag.
Oh yeah. I've heard people been talking about that. Like, is that good?
Yeah, it's a fun little show.
Okay, cool. But we are here to talk about Healing. You know what we're here to talk about, guys. So we're gonna start with our pros and then our cons, and yeah. So what did you like about that episode, man?
Well, it was a good one. I would say it's like really good. Not the best intro for our new Six Ranger just yet, but still, it was fun seeing her. She was hilarious. I thought Oski was hilarious in this episode.
Oh yeah. I find her like entertaining and like adorable, and I can't wait to see more of that like in future episodes.
Yeah, she's She's great. Some good animation. A very lengthy fight this week, which is like actually having some time to literally stretch your legs and get things done. Good fight. Also, let's see. And of course, just some great moments between for Nodoka and Latte both. Nodoka for being able to actually act like a common, respectful leader, which I do appreciate in my PreCure shows nowadays.
Oh yeah, I love Nodoka.
Norika's a leader. I like that she didn't just like try to force Asumi to give them back their little plushie toy on like the healing animals, who weren't bad. They were just understandably a little emotional about having their master leave them. But Norika actually had the sense to just say, well, what does Latte want? And that to me is just such a great little bit of a great character moment for Pink Lead, who without stating their name, previous leads of the show have had the Pink Lead like almost forcefully trying to take back their precious mascot character. So it's refreshing to see them actually consider what the mascot character themselves wanted. Mm-hmm. Latte was once again great in this bit where she actually did act like a proper princess to a kingdom.
Yeah, because while she does want to go back home and see her mom, she does want to protect and like heal the earth. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, let's see. Anything else I want to see? Yeah, she was great. She actually got Asumi to listen, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the 600. Even though I do have some issues with her, but we'll talk about later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nothing much else that I have to say. A little bit of good lore building. Like I especially love the interactions between the villains and just how all of them are seeming to try to be out there for themselves, which is interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
Waiwaru and Bachimota, where they try to backstab each other, and ultimately it doesn't exactly work out for either of them. That's always an interesting thing to see, like villains fighting each other. Yeah, and I think that's about it. All I have to say for now. You can go ahead.
Okay. I really like this episode. I'm not quite sure if it's like my favorite episode, but I think it's definitely like up there. Like one thing I really like, I really like the backstory of our Sixth Ranger. Like it definitely went in a direction we didn't think it was gonna go in. Like this whole time we thought it was the previous like legendary character, the Queen's like ex-partner.
Yeah, which that was actually an interesting twist that I legit didn't see coming.
Though it makes me wonder. So Planet Earth, you can just spit out pre-cures whenever you want. I mean, you've kind of been doing a lazy job at it. I mean, the Earth's been in trouble quite a lot, so you know, I don't know if maybe you don't have enough resources or something.
I think they spent too much on subdued his red speedos. His green hair is red speedos.
I really don't. I really don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, just some idiot just some superhero from the 90s.
Oh! Wow! Sorry, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, maybe we should say it for copyright reasons, but let's just say. He might be an action movie soon. Who knows?
Oh yeah, they are making a movie out of. I totally forgot about that. Yeah. So yeah, they mentioned in the episode that she's not human. So I'm wondering how much of a part that's gonna like play. Like she looks human, but does she have some advantages that humans don't have?
Well, for one thing, strong legs.
Yeah, apparently she can free fall pretty well.
Fall and just like not take that much damage from at least from at least the second floor.
Well, we're talking about that, but I love that thumbnail of yours, the who left through time.
That's exactly what I was thinking when I saw it. I'm like, you guys tried to go through time? That'd be interesting.
Yes, so that was. So yeah, I like her backstory of her, because this is an interesting thing. She's pretty much a baby.
Yeah, and yet, both the site and I think other sources list her as being physically 20.
Yeah, but so like talking and everything around her is like brand new. So I'm curious to see those like interactions, because this episode did play of what the Earth wants and what its people want.
Yeah.
So we're probably gonna see more, because I guess we can consider Kill Earth a physical manifestation of the Earth itself.
Yeah.
And it's like ideal. So it's gonna be interesting seeing the Earth actually connect and really understand its people, because it thinks it knows what's best for its people, but that doesn't mean it's right, because we saw that conflict with her thinking it's best to take Latte home and not really understanding everyone else's like wishes. So did you also feel that?
Yeah, a little bit. That'd be an interesting theme if they like have a conflict with the Earth itself.
Yeah, because at least I consider Kill Earth pretty much in a way the Earth itself.
Or at least, well, now Asami is kind of on her own. It seems to be acting on her own rather than listening directly to the Earth.
So, but that's how but I also do wonder, since she's not the same Kill from ages ago, are we ever gonna delve more into that plot line of that ex-partner and learn more about that ex-partner and what happened? I wonder.
Maybe the ex-partner itself, I doubt will actually appear. Maybe as it's been implied that she did pass away naturally.
Okay. But maybe in like a flashback, we'll at least learn how that happened. Maybe.
Maybe just old age.
Yeah, and I can't read my handwriting again. So you talked about your review, but I really like the transformation sequence for the 6th Gear.
Mm-hmm. It's well animated. It does show a lot of personality for both Latte and Asami.
Yeah, and I like how Latte's pretty much her like mascot partner.
Yeah.
So that's
their transformation device.
Oh yeah. Okay. I was gonna mention the transformation device, but that was more of the con. But remind me in the cons to talk more about the transformation device. I got some issues. Okay. Slight issues, but yeah, I like the transformation sequence. I also like the speech like Latte gave Kill Earth, and that with the music playing and like building up to that transformation, I thought was pretty beautiful. So how did you feel about the ending theme? Because I know in your review you said you don't like it as much as the first one.
Yeah, it just feels almost too PreCure standard, like too poppy, and doesn't exactly match up with the theme of the Earth as much as like the first ending theme did.
I kind of like it. I don't know. I would have to go back and we would watch them and like really compare them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm just trying to think. Overall, I really like that. I like what they're doing with the character. I find her a pretty interesting six ranger since she was pretty much created from the Earth. Apparently, the Earth can do that. So.
Yeah. Okay. Switching back to my real camera here. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So yeah. So. I like I said, like the idea of creating a PreCure. You know, the Earth might want to do that more with how many disasters the Earth has had. You know, but yeah, I like what they're doing with the six ranger. Also, like Nautica in this episode, like always, like I like I find the main character is always pretty good, and I like the transformation sequence. The ending I thought was pretty good. So yeah, anything else you want to add?
To positives, nothing much else. Yeah, nothing much else. Just always some good stuff. Good stuff. I love. We'll say that some of the new. I think I'll say that some of the new BGM they have for Cure Earth is great.
Oh yeah. I like.
In general, all of the music. In general, all of the music except for maybe the second ending has been great.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad. You make it sound like it's the worst thing ever.
It's not, but it's not the worst, but it's just. It's really standard and just like we need to kind of grow out of just bringing back Makoto's voice actors to sing more ending themes.
So sorry if we can't all reach your high standards, man.
If you watch as much PreCure as me, it all starts to sound the same.
Well,
and the last one was good. So maybe we should just go into the negatives. We're going to talk about this more.
Okay, yeah, but I haven't got at that point with watching PreCure. Okay, I don't know. It might be harder to watch older PreCures now, but that's not a topic we need to get into. But let's get into the cons. So
yeah, all right. So as I said, I'm not huge on the ending theme. I don't think it's the worst, but it's just I don't know. It just every time I watch it, just doesn't feel it just lacks that kind of energy. Another thing that kind of lacks that I kind of and Asumi herself isn't exactly feel a part of the ending theme just yet, but she doesn't also feel like a part of the show yet either. As I mentioned in my review, a thing I have an issue with Six Rangers is if they stand out too much in the team and they look like they might why even bother with the rest of the team at that point. For Six Rangers like Asumi, the problem always has been that they've upstaged the rest of the team and the show, and as a result the show in general ends up suffering. Like in this episode, she managed to in this episode, almost seemed like they at least didn't completely job out the original trio, but because they actually were able to hold their own in the fight, but then the fight just ends with her being both Bachitomoto and the monster at the same time. It kind of makes her feel a little bit too overpowered.
Do you think they're going to tone her down with next week's episode?
Maybe a little. I've also heard like theories like they might try to get the original trio to become a lot stronger pretty quickly, give them all super forms pretty soon as well.
Would that help with your complaints if they would to make the trio stronger?
Yeah, that would at least balance things out a little bit, and also make the villains themselves a lot stronger, which they are with the mechanic of the Mega Byogans being able to increase themselves with parts of their own brethren.
I don't know how that works, but you know.
Well, the yeah, I should have mentioned this earlier. The Mega Byoken in this episode got stronger because basically Bachitamoto took a fragment of the one from last week.
Because he's sneaky.
Yeah, he took a part of that really powerful Mega Byoken from last week because again it was out for so long, and just fed it to the other one, basically almost making a double Mega Byoken, you could say. That's an interesting mechanic I should have brought up, but
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But yeah, back to the negatives. So I just hope that they don't overuse Asumi or make her look too strong just yet. Other negative, some animation errors here and there are a little bit jarring. Like at one part, I pointed out in my review, but at one point, Bachitamoto's sleeve just completely disappeared for no reason.
I did not notice that. I think you mentioned that in your review.
Yeah, it's just like
I didn't really notice it when I watched it though.
Yeah, well, I'm just a stickler for details. So.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, you more. I was gonna make the excuse I have to watch these in a hurry, but that doesn't hold up because you kind of do too. So
Yeah. So, also, yeah. At this point, I do really hope that the other villains, not at Bachitamoto, might be either taken on permanently or temporarily. The other villains get some time.
Yeah, he better not be. There's no way he can, right?
We didn't see the original creature. The original beaver, whatever thing he was created from, come out like, "Ooh, I'm back to be normal" or something like that. Usually, if you heal like it's Sailor Moon rule. If the monster is healed, then you see the original victim return to normal. If we didn't see the original rodent that Bachitamoto came from.
Ah, okay.
So I doubt he's gone, but he's at least been taken out temporarily.
Yeah, because they've been doing so much build up with him, they can't be done with him story wise. So
one interesting theory, as I heard, is that this might all be a part of some kind of big strategy from him, where he just faked his own death, basically.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. That would be something he would do.
Play possum, even though he's a rat.
The rat that plays possum.
Well, he's not even a rat. He's some kind of beaver thing. I don't know the term for it, but whatever. Rodent's a rodent. But yeah, so little stuff like that, and but I will say it's not. Those are nitpicks and possible future complaints if they don't address them yet. So not really negatives, but overall, I did think this is a great episode. So we'll see how it plays out for the rest of the series. So go ahead with yours.
Okay, so I'm trying to think if there's smaller, but one of the big. I'm not sure if it's a con. It's more of a thing I didn't get, but did you find it weird that she kind of had a moment where she unlocked her henshin device, even though we've already seen her transformed?
Her henshin device is Latte herself, so I think well, actually, there is a precedent for this sweet PreCure where one of the 6 Rangers just appeared. I'm not going to say exactly who, but she didn't have any sort of transformation device. It was just a burst of power that turned her into a PreCure temporarily.
Okay.
So you could say that the burst of power from her original awakening gave her her form.
I don't know. We did kind of see it not a lot, but a device appearing in her hands. Sorry, the names are kind of escaping me at the moment. But it's just
her transformation device is Latte plus a new elemental bottle.
Yeah, elemental. I just find it I guess not impactful since we've already seen her transform. Get what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it would have been better because we have this like big moment between Asmi and Latte, and then we have a transform. I feel like that moment would have been more impactful if we haven't seen Kill Earth in her like kill form last episode. You know.
Yeah. Okay, I guess.
But maybe that's more like a nitpick, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm just trying.
The transformation doesn't really bother me that much, honestly. It's just how powerful she is right now compared to the rest of the team that I'm concerned about.
Yeah. I get that. I don't know. I guess that could be a compliment, but like it didn't bother me because I guess I'm hoping that like in future episodes it would be like sorting out. I'm just excited to being like a Six Ranger. I don't know, in like shows like this, having a Six Ranger introduced always like excites me. You know, assuming the good Six Rangers. You know. I don't know, from shows I've seen, most of the time, the Six Rangers are good, but not always, you know.
Yeah, I would say like the very first Six Ranger, like Jew Ranger's Bride, the Dragon Ranger. He was a great character, but he also brought down the show at the same time.
Really?
Bride became for a little bit of a history lesson. Bride became an extremely popular character to the point that when spoilers, he was killed off, the fan base said, okay, done with the show.
So a franchise where a Six Ranger becomes
too popular, or too much of a major plot point that everything else just feels insignificant, which might happen with Asmi if they're not careful.
Too popular where almost controls the franchise, and the franchise almost becomes known for that. Kind of sounds familiar.
Yeah, well, kind of. Yeah. Point is that Bride was both the greatest thing to happen to Jew Ranger and the worst thing to happen to it.
Yeah. I doubt they're going to kill Earth, you know.
Yeah, but the problem is just that I'm just saying that the Sixth Ranger becomes too much of a major plot point for the series than everyone else. Just by comparison, just looks like.
Yeah, I could get you in that. I don't think.
Again, Jew Ranger had pretty terrible characters other than Rai, so that was also a problem.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen, you know. I feel like we're just delving into her, so let's wait. Let's see what they do with her, you know.
Yeah.
That's how I see it, but I'm trying to think of a Gaganda. I guess that was the main thing that I kind of, like I said, pretty much like really like this episode. I feel like I don't understand what they're doing with Rat Scream. You know, I really hope, like, they didn't, like, really kill him off. Because if they did, that was kind of anticlimactic.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we really... I guess we kind of talk about what did you think of the villain of the week?
The solar panel monster?
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting because solar panel. It's the idea that the elementals all gather to specific spots. So of course the solar panel is going to be full of solar elementals.
Mm-hmm.
It actually at least made sense compared to some other previous elementals. Just like I don't know, like which one am I thinking of specifically? Like certain elementals previously, of just like, really that elemental was on it the whole time, and oh yeah, the rain elemental. I'm like, so rain elementals are different from water elementals? Okay. At least with this one, a solar panel monster housing solar elementals makes sense. What do you think?
Sorry, I'm trying to. I actually didn't really remember this week's reveal in the week. If I'm being honest, it really wasn't that memorable. Maybe that goes back to where you were saying that the Six Ranger kind of took the spotlight to the point where we didn't remember the other things.
The monster itself, the monster of the week is important as much as as much as say Bachitamoto himself.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that there's now dissension between him and Whitewater, so that's a rivalry that can be revisited when he does come, if Bachitamoto does come back.
Sorry, give me a minute.
Okay.
Okay, what were you saying?
I do like that now there's a bit of a rivalry. There's kind of a bit of dissension between Whitewater and Bachitamoto now, so if the rat does return, then he will have a bit of a built-in rivalry with his own villain faction.
Yeah, I very did like the kind of rivalry they were trying to build. So, too bad, you know. Rat Scream, may you rest in peace, my man.
For now, we'll see.
They better bring him back. I'm gonna.
Honestly, and I've seen PreCure builds come back from much worse.
Okay. But anything else you want to add?
Not too much else.
So, were you hoping for now that the Six Rangers introduced and part of the team more or less? What are you hoping?
Well, for some entertainment. First of all, for some entertainment, just from her being a fish out of water.
Do you think the fish out of water story is overdone?
Nah, it can be fun. Fish out of water, if you're clever, can be hilarious stuff.
Okay. Because I don't know, a lot of people get like sick of that stuff. I don't have a problem with it, but you know, I know there's some people who do.
Yeah, that, and again, just like maybe to build some drama, at least like give her some weaknesses, like Latte being a bit of a holdback for her since Latte is constantly getting sick.
Do you think that's gonna be a factor?
We saw that Latte's forehead thing was still glowing, so that indicated that she was still sick.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be a weakness for Osmi since she is the transformation trinket again.
Ah.
Yeah, so I do hope that they make her an interesting and fine character, and that they also give her a few restrictions. So yeah, that's mostly what I want to see out of Asmi, and as well as of course interacting with the team more and getting to know her better. So right now she seems to have a good. Right now she already has a bit of a good thing with Nodoka. So hopefully Chiyu and Hinata have some time with her too. So hope to see stuff like that soon.
So where did you think Asmi's gonna end up living?
Maybe Chiyu, maybe considering that she runs an inn.
Oh yeah, like do you think they're gonna do the cliche live with the main character?
They probably will do that, but it actually makes more sense to go Chiyu since she has a whole inn.
Yeah. I mean, you would think that the Earth would have planned this out a bit more, you know. Like, the Earth's like, okay, spit out human. Oh, you want a place to live? That ain't my problem. You go figure that out.
Well, here, people in Japan have very clean homeless, have some very clean homeless, so that's so there's always that.
Yeah. But do you have anything else you want to say before I go?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I'm looking forward to the interaction with Asami and how she interact with people of the Earth, because she's pretty much the embodiment of Earth. And the whole fish out of water stuff's gonna be entertaining. I'm curious if how much more they're gonna delve into her, I guess, her backstory, though we've pretty much have it all, but I wonder if there's gonna. I'm always entertained by more lore building and stuff, and I'm curious to see how her personality is going to develop over time and stuff, since she's pretty much like a baby, so it's kind of like our hero's responsibilities to nurture her, I guess, in a way. So that's going to be interesting. So I'm like I said, I'm curious with who she's going to end up living with, and how they're going to manage that and stuff. And though you did say last week she pretty much has an appearance that's older than her, right?
Yeah, she's physically a 20-year-old.
Yeah. I don't know. Wouldn't that be weird with her living in Nadoka?
Oh. I don't know. They'll probably do it still. Yeah, it's that's just how it works sometimes.
Yeah. Actually, do you think it's creepy with her hanging out with the other kids, since she pretty much has the appearance of a 20-year-old?
Not so much.
Okay.
She just looks like she just looks like a polite older sister type.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, those are the things I'm because I'm just excited to see how they handle Kira and her character, because I am liking her character so far.
Yeah.
I won't say she's my favorite 6-year, or even my favorite six ranger type in other shows and stuff. But I am enjoying her. I do think she has one of the most unique, I guess, backstories, because it was a backstory I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
Because all of the time we thought she was the ex-partner, but ended up not being the ex-partner. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else you want to add?
Nothing else.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to where the show goes forward. So before we kind of wrap this up, are you still enjoying the show?
Yes, very much.
Cool. Just gonna keep checking in and see how your opinion changes and warps over time.
Not real much change here for myself.
Just mostly concerns with the 6th tier and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm still enjoying the show with it being my first PreCure I'm watching ongoing, so I don't have a lot to compare it to. I'm sure as I watch more PreCure seasons, my opinions might change and stuff, So eventually I'll become Adam 2.0, but I'm not quite there yet. I have much to learn. So, but
be prepared to sacrifice much of your life.
come on, it's not that bad, is it? Has it gone that bad for you?
You'll see. You'll see.
Hey, I haven't like posted a controversial opinion yet.
Eh. Neither have I, in my opinion, but we'll let them say that.
Wait, what?
Neither have I, in my own.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just making jokes. Sorry if I keep like bringing up. I'm just trying to make. I don't think you say anything that bad, but people can't like take opinions that well.
It's the internet. What do you expect?
Yeah, the internet. Luckily, I haven't got flagged for anything yet. Yet. Like, I have some video ideas that I'm kind of afraid to do because of the subjects. I know people might not respond too well, but anyways, we are gonna wrap this up. So we will see you guys next week. Okay. I briefly want to talk about this because this is about the future of the show. So, if you watch all of the other shows, there wasn't any Digimon because I kind of long story short, I've kind of reached burnout. So we may be dropping the Digimon and just be doing the Ox. Also, we're thinking of stop doing these live and maybe doing these more pre-recorded. Allows our schedules to be more flexible and will allow us to take time and potentially produce better quality. So I do want to update you guys on that. So next coming weeks there may be some changes happening here on the channel. So anyways, we will see you guys next week. This has been Anime Aftershows. We provide high quality aftershows of your favorite anime. I have been your host Nanohero. You can follow me at The Real Nanohero and at twitch.tv/Nanohero. Our other host for today's episode has featured Adam from Azenzone. Check them out at Adam Kiyoski and at youtube.com/AZENZO_N_E. Anime After Shows is created, owned, and played by me, Nanohero. You can follow me at The Real Nanohero. Our intro and outro music is done by Xavier Salvador. Make sure you check out our other brands and channels, including Nano's Indie Cafe. More info is in the description. Make sure to also follow us on social media at Anime Aftershows. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, like, and ring that bell. If you listen to something like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Spotify, make sure to follow or subscribe and leave us a rating. And we hope to see you all in a future Anime After Show.